Namaste viewers, welcome to Gnana Degula channel. Today we'll try to go through the meaning of the 13th Brahma Sutra. The sutra goes like this: Om vikāra-śabdān neti chetna prācuryāt Om. So let us try to understand what does this sutra mean. The literal meaning of the sutra is vikāra-śabdāt. Due to words that imply modification or transformation, na iti chet. If one objects by saying no, the Brahman cannot be the self, na prācuryāt. No, because of preponderance of contrary evidence. So now the meaning would be, if it is objected that Brahman cannot be the self because the word vikāra, that is vikāra means modification, is used in the scriptures, it is not so. Because the majority of the scriptural passages indicate Brahman to be unchanging. So this sutra continues the discussion from the previous sutra, that Anandamayo Abhyasat, which identifies Anandamaya, that is blissful being, as Brahman. Now an objection is anticipated and resolved. This is how it goes. The objection addressed. Objection is that scriptures sometimes use words that indicate modification or change, vikāra, when describing Brahman or Anandamaya. Hence, Brahman may not be the changeless or supreme. This is the objection. It might not be the supreme, it is subject to change, something like that, There are few words like that. So, this objection is addressed. How the sutra answers? The objection is refuted by saying that such words are not taken literally. They are not to be taken literally. The majority of the scriptural passages, prācuryāt, that everything, they speak of Brahman as unchanging. Lot of things it is eternal, it is without modification, all these things they all say. Only there may be some words which say that vikāra, the words might be there describing Brahman as this thing, indicate modification or change. Because the majority of the scriptural passages speak of Brahman as unchanging, eternal, without modifications, Brahman remains nirvikāra, without change. This is the sutra's answer. So, this has been commented by Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Vikāra words such as Anandamaya, Manomaya, all these words, may grammatically suggest a composition or modification due to the suffix maya. But such suffixes do not always imply transformations. In Vedic usage, maya can mean pervaded by or consisting essentially of. This is the meaning. So, Sri Adi Shankaracharya refers to the Taittiriya Upanishad, where after analyzing the 5 koshas, the self is ultimately found to be beyond all vikāras. There are no vikāras, there are no changes, it is eternal. Therefore, Brahman is not a modified entity, it's pure, infinite and immutable. Even if a few passages use apparent modification words, sometimes The majority and essence of scriptures consistently assert Brahman's unchangeable nature. This is his view. So words like Sanandamaya do not imply change in Brahman. Their true meaning is established through context and repetition in the Upanishads. Now other philosophical interpretations like Visishtadvaita, Ramanujacharya, he accepts qualities in Brahman but still agrees that essential change does not occur. Maya suffix indicates richness in bliss rather than a transformation. Brahman is qualified by auspicious attributes, Ananta Kalyana Guna, but remains eternal and unchanging in essence. This is his view. Then the Madhvacharya of Dvaita Vedanta, he firmly supports that Brahman is immutable. Modification words apply to dependent realities like jivas, prakriti. Modifications, they apply to dependent realities, not to Supreme Brahman. The Dvaita school takes the view that apparent modifications are in the dependent reality, not on the Lord. So, there are some scriptural supports also. Chandogya Upanishad, Sadeva Saumya Idam Agra Asit. Existence alone was there before creation. One thing was there, that was even before existence, there before creation. In the Taittiriya Upanishad also, after ascending through the koshas, one realizes the unchanging Atman, not any transformed state. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also, Avinashi va are ayam Atma. This self is indeed indestructible. So this sutra reminds seekers that apparent contradictions in scriptures, if any, should not confuse them. The overall intent and majority of the teachings must guide interpretation. Brahman is not a fleeting or transforming entity. It is pure consciousness, unchanging bliss and eternal reality. So, if you look at the modern insight, words can mislead if not read in proper context. Vedanta urges us to go beyond surface meaning. Even if a word sounds like change, we must align it with the deeper philosophical message of the Upanishads, that Brahman is the unchanging, blissful reality underlying all appearances. So to conclude, viewers, Brahman is not a product of change. It is Anandamaya, blissful, not because it is made of bliss. It is bliss itself. Because it is bliss itself. Beyond all limitations, eternally free, and then goal of the all spiritual inquiry. Viewers, with this explanation on this Sutra 13, Om vikāra-śabdān neti prācuryāt Om. We conclude this episode. Please like, share, and then subscribe to our channel. We are going through a series of videos on this Brahma Sutra bhashas and various interpretations, commentaries by great acharyas. Please like, share, and then subscribe to our channel. Please post your comments in the comment box. Thank you, viewers.